What is up, everybody? It is me, Dan, moderately anonymous MTG, and we are back with another great episode of the gameplay series today. We're going to be joined by fellow Twitch streamer Dredge MTG, Kinnan pilot and expert Wounded Satellite, and our good buddy Tad from the Bufftown Bullies is going to be with us. Let's go ahead and hop into the episode. Hey everybody, just quickly before we hop into the new episode, we have got brand new merch in our Bonfire store. You can find links to that right down below the screen or the link to the full store in our video description. We have got brand new designs and new logo by our bud Gold Sabertooth and some awesome new graphics by Bearded Tales of Woe. Go check them out in the Bonfire store and pick one up today. First up is Mod playing Tivit Seller of Secrets. This is a mid-range control deck using Time Save as a one-card win con with its commander or using Thassa's Oracle lines to win the game. Next up is Dredge playing Tayam Luminous Enigma. This is a creature combo deck that uses stacks to slow down the game while it pieces together combos to make infinite mana and close out the game with combat damage. In third is Wounded Satellite on Kinnan Prodigy. This is a big mana combo deck looking to make infinite mana with Kinnan's ability and win the game with Finale of Devastation. And then last is Tad playing Inalla, Archmage Ritualist. This is a Grixis Underworld Breach deck that uses Spellseeker as a one-card win con with its commander. Hey everyone, before we hop into the gameplay episode, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors over at BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. Is something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? I think that we all know that playing Magic with your friends is a great way to de-stress, relieve anxiety, but what are you doing to get to the root core of those problems? Regardless if you have clinical mental health issues like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human in the world going through a hard time right now, therapy can give you the tools to approach your life in a very different and very constructive way. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about our sponsor today, BetterHelp. It's no secret that therapy saved my life, and I hope through this sponsorship that we can change some of your lives too. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is extremely important because finding a therapist can be difficult, especially when you're limited to the ones only in your area. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier because it's online. It's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in just a few days. Incredibly easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. Use the link in my description. It's betterhelp.com/modanonmtg. Clicking that link not only helps support this channel and this great content, but it also gets you 10% off of your first month of services with BetterHelp. So you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. And because therapy can be a little bit like dating, you might not find the perfect therapist right off the bat. And this is a common experience. You can switch to a new therapist at no additional cost without stressing about insurance, who's in your network, or anything like that. I started talk therapy at one of the lowest points in my life, and it's one of the most valuable things I ever did for myself. It's given me a framework and a lot of tools that I use every day to help deal with my depression and anxiety. If you feel like you've been dealing with too much lately, consider starting therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the video description, betterhelp.com/modanonmtg, for a 10% discount off your first month of therapy with a licensed professional specific to your needs. As always, this episode is brought to you by TCG Player. Hit that TCG Player affiliate link in the description to pick up any of the cards that you see in today's video. It's a great way to help out the channel. And we're also partnered with Dragon Shield. Pick up the greatest card sleeves and TCG accessories in the multiverse and support the show. All of these links are in the video description below. And thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. Become a patron to enjoy Patreon exclusive content, give direct support to the channel, join our Patreon Discord, and even get your deck featured on the show. And remember, if you enjoy this video, it helps out a lot to click that like and subscribe button. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, and everyone is highly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into the game.
In like 1v1 formats, I really like control decks,
Nice, same.
which is like kind of funny because like I play like just combo decks in CEDH.
In a certain way, combo decks are kind of like control decks.
Yeah, you just control the game by winning fast.
Exactly. This has no lands in it, but it's got so many good cards, but I guess that's the way it goes. I'm going to multiple.
Oh,
We are going 2, 3.
You're going to 3?
Yeah.
So no.
is this?
It's okay. It's going to be a good 3, I'm sure. Is everybody good to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
3 games? Tad? Gemstone? All right. Good luck, everyone, everyone. Am I happy with my opener? Yes. Misty Rainforest. Crack it. Go to 39 and get myself an Underground Sea. Soul Ring. Arcane Signet. Pass.
That's pretty good. All right, draw. Marsh Flats. Crack Marsh Flats. Bayou, cast Birds of Paradise.
We will go Polluted Delta, crack it for a tropical island, play a Lotus Petals. We're going to crack that, tap the tropical island, and cast Armored Scrap Order.
Guess an Imperial Seal once I find my Underground Sea. I'll pass the turn.
I'm going to
So
untap.
original?
And I did indeed
I have
mold to
nothing
the One Ring.
effects.
I'm going to cast the One Ring.
Oh, you actually can. Jesus Christ.
This was my 3.
That's insane.
Jesus.
Wait,
Yeah,
no
it
way.
was.
No way.
No land,
No
land
land.
off the top. I was like, there's got to be the 8th one. That's why I drew 7 and they weren't lands, because the 8th one is a land. I'm going to gain protection from everything until my next turn. I will tap this now and see if I can get myself a land. Did not get the land, didn't deserve it. Pass turn.
I will play a Phyrexian Tower, and I will cast a White Plume Adventurer. We will go find a basic land and put it into our hand. And then that'll be it for me.
Tap, drop Waterlog Grove, tap 2, and take another life. Cast Bonder Prodigy. We will pass the turn.
Deep draw. Play this Gemstone Mine. Play this Mystic Remora.
In response to Mystic Remora, to exile your Imperial Seal, and I'm going to resculpt the One Ring.
Ooh, that sucks shit though. Do you realize why I hate that?
Because it exiles it.
Yeah. That was actually the exact reason.
Alright, I pass.
Okay, so this kind of situation is what I'm always harping about when I talk about mulligans. All three of us here either mulligan down to 3 or 5 cards in our opening hand, and because we're able to mulligan so low, we're able to find these pieces that are going to rebuild our hand. For me, it was the One Ring, which unfortunately is getting scorched right now, which sucks. But Chris has White Plume Adventure, which is going to gain him both mana advantage and card advantage. Wounded has Kinnan out now, which is only looking for mana to pump into it to take over the game. And of course, Tad now has this Mystic Remora. So even though we mulligan so low, we all still have outs here to draw a bunch of cards. Unfortunately, I'm getting hugely punished for it, but that happens sometimes. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Oh, nuts. Really wanted to land. Floating off of the Soul Ring. Cast a mana bolt. You got it.
Oh my god.
Move to combat. Tad, I would like to punch you for 4. It's past turn.
Upkeep. I've still got the initiative, so I will go to the Forge, and I will put 2 +1/+1 counters on my White Plume Adventurer. Dan?
Yep.
5.
You got it.
And then I will cast Tayam. Pass my turn, and then I'll have a trigger on Max's upkeep. Whoop.
Draw for turn.
Need a band White Plume.
Homeward Path as a land. Cast a Spellskite. Swing at Tad for 2. And then I will pass.
Pay for fish. Draw for turn. Play this Misty Rainforest. Fetch Volcanic Island, and I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to put a Tainted Pact on the stack.
Trigger.
You got it. I will keep that one. I'm going to attempt to cast it.
Trigger.
You got it. Okay, I'm going to go to combat. I'll just pass.
Untap. Untap. Upkeep. Tad. Trap Room. Lose 5 life, please. Draw.
Tithe on draw.
You can have it. Shock in this Overgrown Tomb. Put a Hex Drinker on the stack.
I pass.
Put a level up counter on Hex Drinker. I'm going to send the White Plume at Dan and Tayam at Tad. Second main phase, I'll go ahead and level up Hex Drinker, and then I'll pass. Upkeep trigger, untap the birds.
Tithe on your draw.
I will pay for it. And I'll pass.
Keep a
Upkeep trigger, untap the White Plume.
draw. Play this Wooded Foothills. Fetch now. Dan, you can have the treasure though.
Thank you.
My draw. I'm just gonna get this Badlands and pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw step, lose a life for mana vault, draw for turn. Blue to Delta is land for turn. Sacrifice this. I'm going to get a tongue draw. I'm going to spend 6 mana on Tivit Seller of Secrets. ETB, I'm going to choose to make 2 clues.
How many cards in hand?
1 card.
One card.
1 card, and I've got the Smothering Tithe Engine. That's pretty much the...
Striardi is getting treasures. Yeah, maybe 2 clues is enough. Go 3 treasures, 2 clues.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'll pass the turn.
On your end step. I'm going to activate Tayam. I'm going to remove the 2 level counters and the Vigilance counter from Hex Drinker. Time activation on the stack. Canonist, Skullwinder, and Lightning Tutor. We will get the Canonist. I'll go to the Archives, draw a card. Play this Gavany Township. I will cast a Skyclave Apparition.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to hit you for Smothering Tithe on your draw again.
You can have it, because I'm going to try to get rid of that Smothering Tithe. ETB, exile Smothering Tithe.
Okay.
I would like to engage in combat. I'm going to send the White Plume Adventurer at max. Also send Tayam at Tad. I will level up Hex Drinker, and I'll pass.
All right, on your end step, I will just exile the Enlightened Tutor from your yard. Untap with me.
Untap the Birds of Paradise.
Draw for turn. Going to tap for 2 mana. Going to show a Phantasmal Image. You got ETB as a Tivit. I'm going to vote 2 treasures. Would you guys like to help me fight against time?
Man,
Join
you
the
could have just
treasures.
made it a Skyclave Apparition and exiled if you cared that much. about it.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's valid. I actually didn't even think about that line. Could have mentioned that. Would I have done that? Actually?
I thought you were going to, and I just didn't say anything
That's
because of that.
legit why I
actually.
thought. That's why.
Yeah. I'm think about that. I forgot I could hit time as an option there. I mean, it's just like he does have the mana to immediately recast it. Well, I already said Tivit, so I have to go with that.
I'm going to vote
Time.
blue.
Shocker. With that, I am good to pass the turn.
End of turn, I'd like to cast a Mystical Tutor.
Trigger.
Cards in hand?
1.
Does that card do anything to the board right now? Can it help us?
No, not at all.
You can draw. Yeah, we'll put this Wheel of Fortune on top. My turn, on tap.
Yeah.
Untap.
Fish trigger.
Yeah, it can go. Play this Phyrexian Tower, a Wheel of Fortune.
Sentinel trigger.
Yeah, you can draw.
Fortunately, I must. I pass him.
Response to Wheel and Mystical Tutor.
Sentinel trigger on that.
You got it.
Bummer. I'm going to Guardianship the Mystical.
Before you pass on that, like I am just looking for answers to time here.
What card exactly are you getting?
Great question. Okay. Here's Guardianship off the stack.
Pongify is a reasonable option.
Okay, if you got a
So-
Pongify, that's fine with me.
Is the Pongify pointed at the Tayam though?
The Pongify will be held up for the time unless there is a must-use reason on something else.
I'm going to pass on it. Yeah, you're good.
You're gonna put a Pongify.
And then we're on Wheel. I'm going to pass on Wheel again. Tab, start us off.
Persist and Force a Wheel.
Mean Bet, Godless Shrine, Doubthy Voidwalker, Fierce Guardianship.
Even Mind Sensor, Necromancy, Gyre Reach Sanitarium.
Card was Manglehorn in hand.
I'd like to cast a Soul Ring. I'd like to tap this for 2, cast a Demeter Signet. I'd like to pass the turn.
I'm going to attempt to path to exile the Ether Sworn Canonist.
I'll respond. I'll sack it to float 2 black.
Okay, path will Fizzle. Stack is clear again.
I'd like to pass priority on land step.
I would like to attempt to cast an Enlightened Tutor.
And that is just a time save, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I will remove my
No, no,
remaining
okay.
counters and use my floating black to activate Tayam.
Oh,
Broodmoth,
ooh.
Burning Catacombs, Vampiric Tutor, and I will get back this Aven Mind Sensor.
Okay, cool.
Half price impulse. Let's go, baby.
Off the top.
Ah, not even one of them. Nope. All right, shuffling. I was like, of course it's going to be there. I'm a genius at this game, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, I sequenced this a little bit poorly here. I was forgetting that Chris had 2 mana in their pool right now. So rather than maxing out on the amount of mana that I spent here, I should have just tried to pass priority, go through phases here, and then force the action for Chris, and then I can respond on top of that. If I had played it that way, maybe that eats some interaction out of Wounded or Tad's hand, but either way, I'm not mad at getting interaction out of their hands if I'm trying to win. Well, the good news is I get to shuffle, and then I can just shuffle it to the top.
That's a good point.
I will move to my turn.
I will have Tayam.
Draw step, Mana Vault trigger. I will lose 1 and go to 28. Draw for turn. It's time sieve. Not quite. Not even a little.
I mean, if you're gonna call shot like that, you just gotta just flip the top, right?
No. Because it still might be a card I might not want you to know about. I appreciate the showmanship of that suggestion. Morphic Pool is going to be my land for turn. Let's go to combat. Tad, you're the only one without flyer. Take 6. I'm going to vote for 2 clues again.
Yeah.
Yeah, clues.
Cool. I'll go up to 7 clues. I'm going to crack a clue. Is that okay?
You got it.
Let me cast a Draineth Magistrate. I guess I'm just going to pass from there.
In your end step, I'm going to tap Armored Scrap Forger. I'm going to target Aethersworn Cannonist. Using that blue mana, I'm going to Quantify Tayam.
I'll let him back. Tayam will go to my graveyard.
Interesting. You also get a 3/3.
I will go to the Throne of the Dead Threes. I'll reveal the top 10 cards in my library, put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield with 3+1/+1 counters, and it gets Hexproof. Rule of Law, Mana Crypt, Collector Oof, City of Brass, Scrib Ranger 6, Manglehorn, Devoted Druid, 5, 6, 7, 8,
picks.
Urza Saga, Quirion Ranger. I think it's this Devoted Druid. Draw. Cast Eternal Witness. Target Tayam. Play this Centaur Garden. Cast Tayam. Let's go to combat. Mind Sensor at Dan.
Sure, I'll take 2.
I will pass.
Untap.
I will untap all of my creatures.
City of Brass. Go to combat. Fimage Tivit over at Dan. I'm going to vote 2 treasures.
Clue.
Clue.
Yeah, I'll go clue as well.
Going to tap this Tropical Island and cast a Mystic Remora. You can draw and cast a Soulless Jailer. Cast a Grim Monolith. And then I'm just going to that for 4. And I'm going to use 2 of it and crack a clue. And then I will use the other 2 and I will crack another clue. I'm going to crack 1 more treasure. Also a Ristic Study. And from here, I will pass the turn.
Upkeep.
I'll untap all my creatures.
Cast as ad nauseam 12.
Ristic Mystic.
Oh, yeah, you can draw.
S for Sentinel.
Yeah, you can draw.
I guess I'll crack 1 clue. Draw card. I will pass priority from there.
Pass priority.
Pass on Ad Nauseam 12 life.
Hell yeah. 1.
It's a 12th of your life total.
Next one's just Thassa's Oracle. Oh, that's Jesus. Okay, so you don't have. Did you already play a land for turn or no?
No.
No, this is... Oh. Okay.
Reach. That's crazy.
Yep. Crazy is a good way to describe it, actually. Show me that fucking Scholar of the Ages. Down to 2. You gotta stop there, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I mean,
Do you just is the line Demon and hope that Thoracle is the bottom card of your library? Is that where we're at?
it's a good question. Gotta beat that Mind Sensor, and I guess my Draneth too, so it can't be Breach, yeah.
And Soulless Jailer.
And Soulless Jailer. Unless Tad already has March of Swirling Mist in hand.
Oh, that'd be hot.
That would be extremely hot.
I'll stop here. Card in graveyard.
I got some good ones.
Soulless Jailer will also mnemonic control. Just a heads up.
I'm aware of that one.
Lightning Tutor, Path to Exile, Meanbat, Douthie, Fierce, Tainted Pact.
Land, Lotus Petal, Resculpt, Mystical Tutor, Manglehorn, Pontify.
Vampiric Tutor, Luminous Broodmoth, Guide Reach Sanitarium, Necromancy, Verdant Catacombs, Skullwinder, Marshlands.
We were going to Slaughter Pact the Soulless Jailer.
Ristic Mystic.
Yeah.
Why must you do this? I will redirect it to spell card.
Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't remember that.
That's sometimes
saw
that's
the
the line.
line.
Yeah. Sometimes the only line you got is hope my opponent misplays.
Gotta play to your outs.
I was like, damn, Tad's got 2 removal spells in hand. I'm impressed.
All right, yeah, we're going for it. Consultation. Y'all can draw.
You go for it, balls.
Like, what the fuck would you need here to make this work? Like,
Exactly Thassa's Oracle to be.
Yeah, I think he's
one of them.
literally from the way that he played already. I'm guessing.
I would love for you to win that way. Let's
All
see
right,
it.
name it.
Thassa's Oracle.
You got it.
It's gonna be in the top 6. He's gonna feel incredibly
1,
foolish.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's see
Let's
it.
go. No whammies.
All right, we're good so far.
Nice.
All right, no whammies.
How far did you mulligan down this game? Did you Grenzo us right now?
3. No, I
You
already 2.
fetched. Okay. Did you use 5D chess?
Y'all are gullible as shit on the bottom already.
This is phenomenal. This is how I want to lose this game.
He's doing pretty damn good.
Off.
All
All right, cast this last chance. Yeah, you can draw.
Everybody good
Fine
on it?
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. Everyone's
Gotta
just
get
rooting
this
for
rock.
Tad at this point.
Discarding a
Easy.
Scalding Tarn, Arid Mesa, Ragavan, Talisman. Go to my turn.
I'll untap my creatures.
Bummer.
I drew a lightning bolt. I had to look up how big the Soulless Jailer was.
Suck. Big suck.
It's a 0/4.
That jailer's ass is too fat.
Alright, we're gonna cast a Jataxian Probe, targeting you, Max.
Big Ristic.
Yeah, you can draw. Yep, I have all the cards out. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Oh, there's no way that was anything. My fucking thing is resolving. Draw a card. I'll cast this Windfall.
Ristic Mystic.
I guess what I'm gonna do is channel an Odawara targeting the Tayam.
Time is back in my hand.
Okay. And then I will pass on Windfall.
Crack a treasure and just show you a mana drain on that one.
Got one more chance. Cast this Gamble.
This is the worst kind of impulse of all the impulses we've seen tonight.
So
I
1,
guess it's
2,
a
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Give me number 4 on the top row, left to
This
right.
one? Mental Misstep. Oh yeah, pass the turn.
Untap,
Dang.
upkeep, draw,
I'll
mana
untap my-
vulture. Mana Confluence is my land for turn. I'm going to sacrifice a clue and draw a card. 2 more, crack another clue. A combat. Max, I would like to strike you for 6 damages.
You will hit me for 6.
I will
4,
vote
5,
for 2 clues.
I will vote for a clue as well.
I will also.
I'm sorry, I
vote
meant
for-
treasures. All right, I'll make 2 clues and 2 treasures.
I would have given you a treasure.
Thanks, Tad. I appreciate that. Between Tab and Scott, I really wish that I could find an opponent who would not kill themselves to a Final Fortune effect because I really just want to win with Tivit more easily. I don't know why everyone does this to me, but this is the situation I constantly find myself in. I'm going to crack one of the clues. Draw a card. I'm just going to pass my turn and move to discard. Is that okay?
Yep.
2 lands and Felwar Stone going to the bin.
Somehow still have the initiative, so I'm gonna go find a basic land. I'm gonna cast this Cryptolith Right. Level up Hexdrinker. Level up Hexdrinker. Make a green level up. We'll put a -1/-1 counter on it to untap it. The counters will terminate.
Yeah.
Put another counter on it. Untap. Put another counter on it. Tap. Put another counter on it.
This is how you die. Fully
Uh,
leveled up Hexdrinker.
activate Gavany. I would like to engage in combat. I'm going to send a 7/7 Hexdrinker at max and a 3 power Aven Mind Sensor at Dan.
No blocks.
Cannot block. I'll take 7.
I will pass my turn.
Fish trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta pay for it. I'm just gonna go to combat. Swing Tivit at Dan.
11.
I will vote 2 treasures.
I'll give you 1 treasure.
I will give you a clue. I don't like the prospect of giving you treasures with Kinnan in play. I'll be honest.
He's got so many cards. I think it's like a real fine line right now, which is the correct decision. I'm not sure that there is a distinctly correct decision.
Yeah, go play Mox Amber.
Had a Sentinel trigger on your Amber.
Draw. Tap that 7 mana. I'm going to play a Nyx Bloom Ancient.
Woohoo!
Yeah, all right, that's great.
That's a spell. I will pass priority on that.
Crack 1 treasure for 4 mana to put an untapped trigger on the Grim Monolith.
Yep.
I'm gonna tap Grim Monolith to produce 9 colorless. I'm gonna put an untapped trigger on the stack.
I'm gonna Swords the Nyx Bloom.
Ristic Mystic.
You can draw for both of them.
In response to the swords, I'm gonna use 4 more mana and put an additional untapped trigger on the Grim Monolith. Is that okay?
I'll respond to that as well. So, Chris, let's be friends. I got a Chain of Vapor, but I'm not quite sure where we point it. Maybe I did this in the wrong sequencing.
We have. So how many treasures are left? Just one.
Just one.
1 treasure.
So we've got 1, 2,
I guess it
3,
doesn't matter anyway because you just snap
4,
the treasure.
5, 6, 7.
You can keep responding and making infinite colorless.
I don't think it matters either. I think we're probably just super dead.
I'm just gonna declare the target as Nyx Bloom Agent.
In response, I'm going to crack a treasure for 4 mana. I'll have 1 additional blue because I'll use the last colorless, and I'm gonna put another untapped trigger on the stack.
Crazy, dude. Sure, you got it.
All right, I'm gonna show a loop produce infinite colorless mana.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm F6 now.
Okay, I'm gonna produce 10 to the 1 millionth power of colorless mana, and then I'm good to accept the Chain of Vapor.
Okay.
Continue the chain, sacrificing my homeward path to target my Mox Amber.
So I definitely interacted at the wrong point here, but once the Nyx Bloom Ancient has landed, there's really no way to get out of the situation. What I'm supposed to do probably is to Chain of Vapor the Grim Monolith before Nyx Bloom Ancient lands. And this is at least going to cut Wounded off of some extra mana. I don't think at the end of the day it's really going to make any kind of difference though, because all of the rocks that are on board that Wounded can return to hand with the Chain of Vapor are all mana positive rocks like Mox Amber, Grim Monolith. So unfortunately, I have 2 pieces of interaction here and it's just really not enough to get through there. If you see another line I could have taken, let me know down in the comments, but I'm not really sure that there's a way you can get out of this one.
I am then going to recast Mox Amber. I'm going to cast a Felwar Stone, a Moon Silver Key, and then I'm going to crack the Moon Silver Key. Is there any response?
No.
Okay,
Nope.
I'm going to get Treasure Vault. I'm going to put it into play as my land drop for turn. I'm going to
Maybe.
crack it. Oh, okay, yeah, right. Top four. My bad. I get Springleaf Drum, I guess.
Acceptable.
So I'll play the Springleaf Drum. And then what I'll also do is I'm going to crack all 5 of my clues.
Yeah, it makes a lot
Draw
of sense.
5
to me.
card.
Oh, that makes sense.
And now we've still not played a land drop for turn, but we're not tutoring, which is a little sad here, but I think that's okay. We will just do it. Let's cast 8 Thrasios.
I'm willing to concede to a Thrasios, though.
Yeah, probably.
So what I will do from this position, theoretically, get rid of the Mind Sensor, and then I'm going to activate Thrasios, putting everything into hand, except for Emergent Zone until I find Crop Rotation. Then I'm going to Crop Rod into Treasure Vault to actually produce Infinite, or get Mirage Mirror first, whichever comes first.
That also seems fair.
Okay, nice. So there it is, epic game. Big congrats to Wounded on the win there, that was very well deserved. This game was really wild, tons of back and forth, tons of interaction. Fortunately at the end there, I'm not sure there's a whole lot we could have done to get out of that. The only way I see a really different outcome for this game is if maybe Chris had gone for the Collector Oof on that Throne of the Dead 3 trigger rather than the Devoted Druid. But as it stands, Wounded played it very well, took that dub, that was really awesome. Big shouts to them. Big shouts to all my guests. If you want to find them, go check the video link in the description. You can find them all over the internet. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be good to yourselves, be good to your neighbors, and we'll see you next time. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, one of the best ways to support us is by leaving a comment and hitting that like and subscribe button. It's incredibly helpful and always appreciated. If you want to support the channel more directly, join our Patreon to catch episodes early, join our private Discord, and get some other awesome benefits. One final thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. And thank you for watching. Be good to yourself, everyone.